Hello and welcome to episode 325 of uploading a brand new draft video every single day. My name is Cody Lee, and if you would like that type of content, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, tell the robots you enjoy it. It helps me out a lot. You're probably one of the first 5, 10, 15 people watching this, and if you are, watch me look at Doom Reigns Supreme and wonder if I should actually take it. So this, every time a villain enters, opponent loses a life, you gain a life. If you're playing villains, this could be really good. You also get to play cards from the top of their library for free. I think we're going to take it, and we're going to keep an eye out for villains. I've not played villains. Claw, Sonic Subjugator, 3-mana 2/2. When Claw enters, target player reveals a number of cards from their hand equal to 1 plus the number of creature cards in your graveyard. You choose one of them, that player discards that card. That's kind of good, honestly. It is a villain, goes with Doom Reigns Supreme. I will say Justice Vance Astrovic, 3-mana 2/2. When it enters, return up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent to its owner's hand is pretty dang good. But I think Claw, if we're going to try to cut black, which is what I want to do with what we've got going on right now, let's try and actually fully cut black. There's a Widow's Bite here. There's also a Moonstone Harsh Mistress, 4-mana 2/4 flying. Whenever you discard a card, you may exile that card from your graveyard. If you do, until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. With other things, there's a couple of discard cards in here that are pretty interesting, but we're going to take the Widow's Bite, stay in black. Flash, Intangibility, Hero, Rogue, Villain. We're going to take it. There's a Thor Odinson, Flying, Vigilance, and Double Prowess, which I find kind of fascinating. I would love to have that. Agent of Hydra is one of those that goes really well with Doom Reigns Supreme. Target opponent discards 2 card. Ooh, and Hydra Infiltration might be interesting. But let's take Ghost, Spectral Saboteur. It is Spectral Saboteur, yes. Kingpin, Enforcers, Tigra, Feline Fury, 2-mana 2/1 flash, trample whenever you gain life. We're not doing the life gain stuff too much. There is just a Cruel Alliance, which is a nice removal spell, and we're going to take that pretty easily here. And we're looking at a pretty straightforward black deck. Death to our enemies. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a tap treasure token and put a plan counter. When you put the 4th planner, deal 7 damage. Oh, deal 7 damage. We have to cast a bunch of non-creatures, and I'll be straight. We do have some of that going on right now. There is a Trickster Stratagem. If we're going to be in villains, that's kind of where I would like to be. The owner of target creature an opponent controls puts it into their library, second from the top or on the bottom, then up to 1 target creature you control connives. I think that's going to be pretty good for us. And I think I would rather be black-blue than black-red. So let's be black-blue. Let's go fully in on Demir. Let's see if we can get some Loki action going on. This card's kind of sick. We have some good removal. Widow's Bite, I've enjoyed. It's not phenomenal. There are enough 3-drops to make it not huge. But it's not bad. Stolen Stark Technologies, Unliving Legionnaire. There's a Human Torch Johnny Storm, 3-mana 2/2 flyer. Whenever you draw a card, if you control another hero, deals a damage. Aerial Doombot, though. I do think we'll take the Aerial Doombot. Mainly because it's a 6-mana 4/4 flyer. It's also a villain. Agents of Hydra. Whenever this creature dies, create a 2/1 black villain creature token with menace. We'll take that. Raft Security Officer is somewhat interesting. There is a Repulsor Blast, which a Repulsor Blast this late is kind of crazy to me. There's a Bold Biochemist as well, but let's take the Agents of Hydra. AIM Synthoids, Hydra Crew, Giant Size Flying Ant. I mean, we're going to take the Hydra Crew because we might actually play it. 3 mana, create a 2/1 black villain creature token with menace, then creatures you control get +1/+0. So if we're creating a bunch of those 2/1s with menace, we'll be in a great spot. Now, I'll be clear, I don't think we've been taking the strongest cards in each pack. That's my one hang-up with what I'm looking at right now. I think we've been taking cards that go on theme with our first pick. Because I'm an all-in pack 1, pick 1 dandy. And the thing that's going to suck is Which mythic do you think I'm about to open? Like, let's jump in there. Ultron Drone, Powerful Broker, Super Speed, Misty Knight, Super Suit. I do think we'll take the Ultron Drone. Sure. 2 drops are not huge. 3 drops are pretty good. There's another Aerial Doombot. Futurist Forge is also pretty interesting. I am going to take the Futurist Forge. This is not Cryogen Relic, but it is still pretty alright. Hydra Infiltration, we'll take it just because it's whenever a creature you control attacks alone, target opponent loses a life and you gain a life. Just because it's in black. I don't think we're going to play it. I don't think it's pretty good. Maybe it is. We're going to take the Go Nuts. We could have taken the land and possibly tried to go, like, Grixis. It's still known as Grixis, right? We don't have a magical school that's renamed it. I'm still over here like, do we call it Witherbloom or Golgari? What are we doing? Do let me know if you have an opinion on that, because I'm kind of curious. Not very. Phil Coulson. Oh no. I would love to have Phil Coulson. It's worth noting we have not a single hero on each other hero you control. Oof. Target creature gains vigilance until end of turn and can't be blocked. I do think we're going to take the Robot Domination. Claim the Kingdom seems pretty good. Hydra Troopers also, I would like to have a couple of those. But Robot Domination. Ooh, I would also not mind Shield Deployment Drone. But we're going to take the Robot Domination right now. And keep an eye out for more villains. Aerial Doombot. I almost thought this was like a little Doc Ock arm like coming out of him. But it is not. Now let's see. We got Yuna. I do really like Yuna. Woody, Sister Greed, Packham, the Dudes, Kazashini, Groovy Snoots. I'm here for that. Ooh. Taskmaster, Mercenary, Mimic, 4 mana, 3/5. At the beginning of your first main phase, until your next turn, Taskmaster becomes a copy of up to 1 target creature on the battlefield, or creature card in a graveyard, except his name is Taskmaster, and he's a legendary human, mercenary, villain creature. 3 mana, 2/2. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Speedball, he gets +2/+2 until end of turn. You may choose new targets for that spell. Oh, that's kind of fascinating. We are taking Taskmaster. It's not really difficult for us. I wouldn't mind another Futurist Forge. But yeah. Look at that art for Taskmaster too. I will say, one of the things that I call out whenever a new set comes out, whenever I'm looking at all the new art, is whenever you have the background of an image. There are some sets where the background of an image is very, very lightly done. And you can tell it wasn't a high priority. There's another claw. Don't worry. We'll get back to this topic. Kid Loki. Each creature you control that you put a 1/1 counter on that has hexproof whenever you draw your second card in a turn. Like, we could take this Kid Loki, but we could also take this claw. God hero villain, or human rogue villain. I do think Kid Loki might be alright, but we just don't have a lot of the extra draw stuff right now. I do think we should take it, though. We'll take the Kid Loki and we'll test it out. We got an Aram Zola, which is what we're going to take. Anyways, I completely lost my train of thought. I said I was going to go back to it, and I got completely distracted. There is an Hour of Defeat I would like to have. There's a Cruel Alliance I would like to have. But I'm going to take the Aram Zola. We want more creatures with that. It's worth noting. Like, we're going to want almost exclusively creatures. We might be looking to cut things like the Widow's Bite. I'm looking at this and we don't have a bunch of like bad cards in here. There's another Kid Loki and an aim scientist and a decoy ploy. War Machine Legacy of Iron. So I do think we take a Kid Loki. And maybe we look for some more of that connive type stuff. Futurist Forge will let us do it. So yeah, let's take the second Kid Loki. And let's recognize that Yuna takes a second on their choices. Stature Size Shifter is interesting. Frozen in the Ice is a very solid removal spell, and that's kind of what I want to take here. There is the 3-mana 2/2 villain with Death Touch. Each opponent discards a card. Frozen in the Ice is just a very, very solid removal spell, though. Tap enchanted creature, loses all abilities and can't become untapped. Just phenomenal. The Stature Size Shifter is very interesting to me, but I think Frozen in the Ice is just way too solid of a removal spell to pass up. There's a Futurist Forge here. There's also an Aim Labs, which is mana fixing. I do think I kind of want the mana fixing here. The Futurist Forge I would play. So maybe it's worth taking. Aim Scientist, I think, is worth taking. And then we're going to start looking at things like the Repulsor Blast. Hydra Troopers, it's a very solid one. Shield Deployment Drone is also very solid. But Hydra Troopers giving me a 2/1, giving me another 2/1. Unliving Legionnaire. There's just a third Futurist Forge, though. Maybe playing all of the Futurist Forge isn't going to be too slow for us. We'll take the Roxxon Brutes. We're going to put the Subterranean Cavern here. Maybe we're splashing green. Another Futurist Forge. Maybe these are really bad and I am insane. Ultron Drone? Maybe we'll play an Ultron Drone. Like, oh, that's the second Daredevil we've seen, though. There is a Justice and a Baron Strucker. So this is a villain spells cost 1 less. Whenever another villain you control enters, you may have it connive. That just seems insanely good with what we've got going on. And I'll be straight. I think that's what I'm going to take. Justice is really, really strong. Ultron Drone we can probably cut a couple of. Here, I am looking at like Hour of Defeat. I was kind of looking at Stature, but I think Hour of Defeat's going to be a little bit better. Hour of Defeat is just solid removal. Bold Biochemist. When this creature enters, it connives. I think that could be really, really good. Maybe we do take a Bold Biochemist. We're going to take that. Drop one of the Futurist Forge. I mean, we have 2 Kid Loki and a bunch of Futurist Forge. So, like, not awful. Ooh. The Villain Hideout having Connive on it is kind of what I want. So I'm going to take the land. Especially because we're at playables. Do this only once a turn. I would like to get 4 mana 3/3 with Death Touch. Yeah, I would like to get a card like that. Whenever another villain you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on Crossbones. He deals 2 damage to each opponent. I think that's pretty solid. Robot Domination, Trickster Stratagem. I do think we're cutting like Widow's Bite. I've seen so many Wonder Man Hollywood heroes come around, it's kind of crazy. There's an Aerial Doombot, but there's also a D-Power, and I'm going to take the D-Power here. Pim Particles. Target creature gains vigilance until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. We'll take a Pim Particles. When in doubt, take the uncommon. When in doubt, take the uncommon. I think Aim Scientist is out. I think Pim Particles is probably out. I'm going to take a Surveillance Room. Decoy Ploy. Yeah, we'll put the Decoy Ploy in the sideboard. Black card in the sideboard. We're going to take the Super Strength because we're probably not ever going to finish out our collection of Super Strengths if we don't. Like, realistically, I kind of do. I finished out that one collection. I completed it. And now I've got that itch. But I'm going to see you in game one. Boneasy. Yeah, we'll keep this. Political Triumph. Whenever a creature you control enters, scry one and put a play counter. When the fourth draw a card and put a one counter on each creature you control. Okay, fair enough. These lands are super nice. Now that I've swapped over, it's been a hot second. And I'm like, these are great. This is a great time to be alive. We're gonna just exile that. Get in for one. Have another removal spell for whatever they happen to play. This is a really good plan if you get it out early. Into the bottom. Oof. Okay, so I'm going to get in. And I'm going to hold up the Hour of Defeat to see what they play. If they play some crazy like 5-drop or something like that. Okay, I'll take 3. Surveil 1. Graveyard the land. Play out the Doom Reigns Supreme. You got something for me here? And Claw, the Sonic Subjugator. Ooh. Target a player. Lose life, I gain life. They get to play a Spider Woman and tap something down. Fair enough. The Scry 1, being able to pop that and draw a card. We're at least going to be able to see one. Ooh, I get to take the Frozen and Ice. That's pretty good. I don't like that. That means the other card is probably really good, but... No blocks. Ooh, that's a good one too. That's really not good for us. Huh. No blocks. Taskmaster is going to be coming down. We'll play out the Aramzola. Drain. Play out the Taskmaster. Drain. No attacks. Or a creature card in a graveyard. Do I have a creature in a graveyard I want this to become? Until your next turn becomes a copy of up to one target card. They've got 4 mana. Trickster's Stratagem. Yes, I will put that on top indeed. We're gonna double block there. We need a good draw here. Let's play out the Taskmaster. No attacks. Hopefully they don't have anything, because if I can double block and then pop off with Doom Reign Supreme, we're in a good spot. I'm gonna play this out. I'm gonna play this. Sacrifice so we get to look at the top 5. Oh. Yes. Oh, good game. Not a bad spot. 1-0. See you in the next. Vambelt the Festive Fighter. Let's do it, man. We're gonna keep this. Bold Biochemist. Coming down on 2. You gonna counterspell for me? Mr. Lord of the Rings lands. Oh. Nice basic land cycler. I can respect that. A swamp. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It has pay 2. So I'm going to put this out. Surveil a land down. Play this out. Draw a card. No attacks. Is that thing going to get in twice? Yeah, it is, isn't it? How do I want to do this? I could play Kid Loki and then I could exile. No, because I want to be able to use this on this next turn. So yeah, I'm just gonna no attacks. End turn. I have too many lands. I'm gonna leave my 1/3 and just take this. Draw 2. Play this out. With mana value 3 or less. And we're gonna actually discard a card. And then we're gonna play a Kid Loki. No attacks. They've got removal. Yeah, that's what I expected. I only have one creature in there now. Ooh, Widow's Bite, nice. So, there are 2. Let's go ahead and play this. Play the Claw Subjugator. Double Cruel Alliance. Bet. No blocks, you got a 3/2. Play out the Futurist Forge. How do I want to do this? Yeah, we're just going to attack in. We're not blocking your Black Widow right now. We need to find removal for it. Draw. Discard. Put a 1/1 counter. Get in. End turn. Maybe I should have discarded the depower so that I could actually Futurist Forge. Touch a target creature. If this equipment isn't a creature, it becomes a 0. Okay, interesting. Get in. Like, that's still lethal. Okay, good game. I was like, wait. 2-0. See you in the next. Bear Army the Bargler. The Bargler. That's actually hilarious. We're gonna keep. Opponent goes first. We get to start with a Doom Reigns Supreme on 2. These lands are super cool. I'm a big fan. I know I don't like a bunch of extra space, like I've said many, many, many times on cards. Oh, that's what I was talking about. The background on these cards is so good. Like, even here, look at that background. There are stars, there are clouds, there is shape, there is form, there is effort. We say thee nay. Look at that. Same here. There's a little bit of phoning it in back there, but not much, not much. I think we just remove this now. We're going to want a Taskmaster next turn. We've drawn way too many lands. Oh, that's insanely good. Yeah, that's not good for us. They've kind of had the perfect answers. I will say, there are some cool blue cards. Get them either through 3. Fair enough, fair enough. We're not going to copy anything right now. I'm going to play this out. Play out the Aerial Doombot. No attacks end turn. Hour of Defeat here is going to be good for me. This island is still so pretty. Look at that little guy with his shell. Let that go through. We do not want another island. No blocks. Double Raft Security Officer. That's wild. Submit 0. I'll play out the Futurist Forge. And play this out. We're going to activate this again to draw 2. And they're going to get in. They double tap us down and get in for 4. This is almost what I expected. No blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another Raft Security Officer. That's kind of crazy. I'm going to duplicate that up. Play out the Baron Stucker. Agent of Hydra. Take that action. And submit. I'm going to play out a Swamp. And then we're going to play out Crossbones. No attacks. We've got much bigger board now. They've got 3 tappers, which is crazy. Tap, 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 and then all I've got is this. Now, come on. You gonna just tap me down? X. Have them become crossbones. They're going to do some tapping down here. Power up. And an Aram Zola. The double Taskmasters. Discard the land. No attacks. They can tap 3 things down. I will have at least 2 blockers. No blocks for the 2/2. We're going to duplicate the crossbones again. Here comes Roxon Brutes. Take that action. Ooh. Do we discard that? No, we don't. Put a 1/1 counter there. What you got for me? Nice. We'll get in for 5. They can tap down 2 things here. So like 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, and then get in for 4. Yeah, I think we need to start getting in with at least something here. Four damage. Dang. Target creature you control connives. Let's go ahead and hit the Baron Strucker. Discard the Robot Domination. They've got a 2/2 flyer. The Captain America for Shield deployment drone. I'm going to activate this to draw 2. Okay. No attacks. Turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they've got 6 attackers. If they just attack out, we are dead. We got so deep in our deck without actually, like, getting deep. You got me, man. Ha! I'll see you in the next. 2-1 versus Sengir Junkie, the Dauntless Drafter. And we'll keep this. On the play, a Futurist Forge. I'm here for it. Draw another land. Ooh. Naya. Crossbones, Malicious Mercenary. And Avengers Tower. Ooh. You got a counterspell for me? I'm like, you... What we got? Drop that depower. Trickster's Stratagem is a pretty good one. We'll be able to claw and Frozen and Ice next turn. No attack with a 2/2. A Burrow backup for a forest. There's gonna be a crazy 5-color soup deck out there, I'm sure. Oh, that's a little annoying. Whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, you webbed up to get rid of my crossbones, which is great. No, I'm not going to attack with my 2/2. Ooh. And hit that Frozen and Ice. And I'm going to play out the Claw Sonic Subjugator. Give me one of those cards in your hand. And let me connive to get lower into my deck. Draw. Yeah. Sadly, I discard a land. 7 land in the top 15. So be it. Lifelink and indestructible. No attacks. Ooh. You may play that card from the top of your library. When Khazar enters, create Zabu. This card is insane. What in the world? Sacrifice that to draw 2. Go ahead and play out the Futurist Forge to draw again. Oof. No attacks. Yeah, sure, tap me down. This is insane. You may look at the top card of your library. You may play lands from the top card of your library. Applying First Strike Ward. Each other hero you control gets +X. Wow, okay. Okay. We're going to start with Surveillance Room. Surveil 1. Ooh, Hour of Defeat. We're going to take that. So, what does that mean? We've got 5, 6, 7, 8. We can pop this for 2 and then this. Yeah. Let's actually pop this to draw 2. And then we're going to Hour of Defeat his Khazar. And he's going to have his Captain America. He's going to be able to get in for a bunch. If he's got something to give that indestructible right now, so be it. No attacks. The tapper is real annoying, I will say. Human Barbarian Hero. Captain America Shield. Ooh. Wait, no. That's wild. Each other hero. It's not a hero, thank goodness. So there's that. That's crazy. Okay, so Agents of Hydra coming down. Take that action. Discard the Bold Biochemist. Yeah. Draw a card, lose a life. And we're gonna hit the Baron Strucker. We get to connive again. Oh, okay. That's crazy. They return that. We get to play this, and then this. Draw. And then we'll play out the Aerial Doombot. No attacks. They've got a 3/9. Another Khazar. Ugh. Friend. The Captain America shield with Captain America just oof. I'm gonna pop this. You don't have the connive guy anymore. Connive. Nothing. That feels bad. That was a pretty sweet deck, though. They had a lot of power. That was pretty cool. I'm excited to play something like that in the future. I'll see you guys in the next game. Ekin, number 311. Dang. Up there. We're going to keep this one. Surveillance room start. I will say 2 and 2. I feel like this deck is better than that. don't know that that's true. But I just feel like it has to be, you know? A lightning strike on Kid Loki? Sure. We'll play this out, and then we're going to actually play out the Futurist Forge because we don't have a land here. We'll play out another Kid Loki. Get him for 1. No blocks on your 2/3. Unliving Legionnaire. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna play that. We'll play out the Crossbones. No attacks. Ooh, Hour of Defeat's a good one. No blocks. Play that out. I'm gonna play out the Rocks on Brutes. No attacks. Draw 2. Not bad. Starting with a couple of 1/1s. Not strong. We'll block. The Kingpin Enforcer doing that dealio. Bullseye. Okay. That sack is pretty good. How do we want to do this? We're just going to do that. Show that you've put 1 or more counters on this turn has hexproof. So this doesn't have hexproof anymore. But I do have a 4/4 flyer. They do have the discard to deal 2. They can return this. Like, they have 6 mana, so they can return this and ping whatever they want. Which is super annoying. Yeah, that's kind of what I expect. And then you're going to... Oh, no. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to pop this. Play this out. Surveil 1. Yeah, we'll put that in the graveyard. And then we're going to play out the Aramzola. No attacks. That Bullseye we've got to do something about. It is very annoying. 2-3 coming in. Do we block like that? No, we take 2. A Crimson Operator and a Hydra Assault. Oof. Huh. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna return that. Connive. You're gonna hit this with a frozen and ice. You've got 3 blockers. We need to put a clock on them. That's what we need to start doing. Uh-oh, uh-oh. We are definitely going to block, and we're definitely going to block this Crimson guy, I think. And die. Okay. They kind of had an insane draw. Maybe, I think I maybe needed that, a little bit more removal or something. Ah, frustrating. But hey. I've had worse drafts. I've had better drafts, but I've had much worse drafts. Let's go pop those packs. We got a Mythic. More than one. One of them's a wild card, though. We're going to be able to play Galactus eventually, too. That'll be super fun. But hey, my name's Cody Lee, and this was episode 325 of uploading a brand new draft every single day, I think. If so, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Tell the robots you enjoy this type of content. Get outside, touch grass, and thanks so much for being here. See you guys in tomorrow's video.